Hello friends. There are a lot of queries around the new farm laws introduced by the government recently. Most of definitely came across various videos, news and forwards regarding these laws. However, our effort is to provide references from the law and what would be the positive as well as negative impacts of the same. Since Roti, Kapda, Makaan, that is bread, cloth, house, are essential part of humans' life for survival, it is not just farmers that will be impacted but every common individual as well. Hence, we thought of bringing something differently unlike others. We will quote exact reference of the laws and links from where the reference has been taken. If you have any doubts then please feel to cross-verify it. References: Farming Agreement Final Act Guidelines, Farm Services Act, 2020. Dispute Resolution Rules, Gazette Notification, Model Farming Agreement, Banana Produce. Link to download the above documents: http://agricoop.nic.in/acts-and-rules/farmer-welfare. The Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services ACT 2020. We will talk about one of the highlights of this law. Before we proceed, it is at most important to understand what are all the food materials that will be impacted under this law. A list of all the food stuff that is impacted is covered in the next slide. Now question is whether does it only concerns farmers, or will it indirectly impact common man as well? These questions will be answered later. Chapter I, Section 2H of the law defines farming produce. Farming produce includes I. Foodstuffs including edible oil, seeds and oils, all kinds of cereals like wheat, rice or other coarse grains, pulses, vegetables, fruits, nuts, spices, sugarcane and Chapter I, Section 2H of the law defines farming produce. Farming produce includes I. Foodstuffs, continued, products of poultry, piggery, goatery, fishery and dairy, intended for human consumption in its natural or processed form. Chapter I, Section 2H of the law defines farming produce. Farming produce includes, continues, I. Cattle fodder, including oil cakes and other concentrates. I. Raw cotton, whether ginned or unginned. I. Cotton seeds and raw jute. Question yourself, do you consume any of the stuff listed in the previous slide? What if the prices of these products rises upwards? Now you must be thinking why the prices will go up. For knowing the answer, first you will need to understand how the prices will increase. This is unfortunately not that simple as thought to be. Chapter II, Farming Agreement, Section 3.4. Section 3.4 of the law says, for the purposes of facilitating farmers to enter into written farming agreements, the central government may issue necessary guidelines along with model farming agreements, in such manner as it deems fit. This section of the law establishes the link with the following two documents listed at the very beginning: Guidelines, Farm Services Act, 2020, Model Farming Agreement, Banana Produce. Model Farming Agreement, Banana Produce. The text of the model agreement says, whereas the company is focused on working with farmers to introduce advanced technology and production techniques to produce world-class fruits in from India. Now question is that after 6 years government had realized to introduce advanced technology through corporate houses, then what is the role of agricultural ministry and various agricultural colleges? Instead of involving corporates, why government didn't think of upgrading skills of agriculture officers appointed by the government? Model Farming Agreement, Banana Produce. As per Clause 1.2 of the Model Farming Agreement, banana shall mean Cavendish variety of banana, Grandnane, G9, or any other variety that the company deems fit for farming and so informs the farmer in writing from time to time during the term hereof. Now how many people in India go to a person selling banana and ask for any of the following types of bananas? Cavendish banana, Grandnane banana or any other type of banana, or are you hearing these names for the first time? Please go through this link to understand various types of bananas. https://www.testrusiads.com/types-of-bananas-40183334. Why all this? If you have still not guessed it correctly, then let me tell you that all this is brought in to outsource farmers' land and increase export of foodstuff. However, you must be thinking that if we are exporting the things, then it will be profitable for the farmers and good for our country as well, right? Let us try to understand the impact of this. Now, is it beneficial to farmers? Clause 1.7 of Model Agreement. Maximum residue limit shall mean the chemical residue level as prescribed by Food Safety and Standards Act or any other statutory standard of India is found during testing of the bananas, or in case of export shall not exceed the maximum standard set by the market of the region where the bananas are meant to be distributed via sale. Clause 1.8. Cutting order shall mean company's written instructions specifying A. The date and time of harvesting, cutting of the bananas, B. The grade and age of the bananas. Clause 1.9. Rejects shall refer to bananas which fail to meet the quality standards specified in Annex D hereof, as determined by company. Who is going to benefit? As seen in the clause 1.7 to 1.9, there are certain terms and conditions the farmer and the farm produce must meet so that it could be accepted by the company or the corporate. The company will cherry pick all the good stuff and reject other stuff which fails to meet the required standards. Question will be, where the farmer will then sell the rejected stuff? The farmer will put his effort. Corporates will pick only the good stuff and reject the rest only because it does not fulfill specific size or other criteria. So ultimately, who is going to benefit here? The corporate. What will it lead to? When the company will sign an agreement, then the farmer will think that he will get a good amount at the end of the agreement. However, when his crop is harvested and company applies the criteria specified in the agreement, then he might not get the amount he had anticipated. The prices of foodstuff will go high, resulting in high inflation rate for both the farmers and common man as well. The farmer, if in case gets good amount of money from his crop, will have to still buy stuff for his daily livelihood at a much higher cost. Jai Hind.